Hello friends, welcome back. Today I am coming with new antibiotic tetracycline. Tetracycline, it is a broad spectrum antibiotic. Learning outcome: after watching this video, learner will able to explain tetracycline antibiotic, describe mechanism of action of tetracycline, summarize antimicrobial spectrum, pharmacokinetic profile, adverse effect, drug interaction, contraindication, and therapeutic uses of tetracycline. Tetracycline, it is a broad spectrum antibiotic and it is a polyketide antibiotic. It exerts a bacteriostatic effect on bacteria. So it is a group of antibiotic. Out of that, chlorotetracycline has been isolated from Streptomyces aureofacius, and the oxytetracycline, it has been derived from Streptomyces remosus, and chemically this tetracycline is a naphthalene derivative. You can see the structure of tetracycline. The name suggests that it contains the 4 cycle tetracycle, cycle A, B, C and D. So out of these structure, these dimethyl amino is important for the activity. The configuration in between B and A and B and B and C is important for the activity. The lactone hydroxy group which is present in the C and D ring are important for the activity. So this is the some of the uh, important parameters of the structure which are required for the antibacterial activity of tetracycline. Mechanism of action: now this tetracycline, it will reversibly bind to the 30S ribosomal subunit, preventing the binding of tRNA to the mRNA ribosome complex and thus interfere with the protein synthesis. Now you can see here the tetracycline, it can be come inside the cell of bacteria through passive diffusion, and this tetracycline that will bind to the 30S ribosomal unit. Now this will do the avoid the transfer of tRNA here. So this will leads to interfering with protein synthesis, and this inhibition of this is again the complex which is formed here is reversible one. So that's why this will show the bacteriostatic action. It will show a bacteriostatic action. So this is the mechanism of tetracycline. Antibacterial spectrum: tetracycline is a broad spectrum antibiotic and effective against gram positive and gram negative bacteria such as pneumococci, gonococci, Clostridia, H. influenza, H. duceri, H. pertussis, Brucella species, Vibrio coma, Rickettsia species and Chlamydia species. So this is the antibacterial spectrum. Pharmacokinetic parameter: bioavailability is less than 40% when administered via IM injection, but with IV 100% bioavailable, and with oral it is 60 to 80% if the drug is taken on empty stomach, that is fasting adult. The bioavailability will be 60 to 80%. Food and milk reduces the GI absorption of oral preparation of tetracycline by 50% or more. After absorption, it will bind to plasma protein and around 20 to 67% binding to the plasma protein, and they are concentrated in the liver, in the bile and excreted in the urine and feces at high concentration in the biologically active form. Adverse effect on oral administration: tetracycline causes nausea, vomiting, epigastric distress, and loose stools. It develops the Fanconi-like syndrome. Now, Fanconi-like syndrome means it is a proximal tubule dysfunction. What will happen that the permeability of this proximal tubule is changed here, and that may leads to reabsorption of phosphate, reabsorption of glucose, reabsorption of amino acid will takes place here. So that may leads to phosphaturia, renal glycosuria, amino aciduria, tubular proteinuria, and proximal renal tubular acidosis. So this is called as Fanconi-like syndrome. When given IV at high dose, it develops the jaundice, hepatic dysfunction, and pancreatitis. So these are the adverse effects. In infants, tetracycline administration results in benign intracranial hypertension, which is characterized by headache and photophobia. Now this photophobia means the uh, anxiety towards light. Anxiety towards light. Tetracycline chelate with the calcium, which forms the tetracycline phosphate complex, and this is deposited in the area of calcification of bones and teeth, and this affect the bone and teeth development in the body. In pregnant women, it may lead to yellow staining of the teeth of infants and defective formation of enamel. Hence, the tetracycline should not be administered to infants and children up to the age of 12, because that may lead to yellow staining of teeth and defective formation of enamel. Again, these in the children, they are growing and their bone and teeth are developed, so it also affect the bone and teeth development. That therefore this tetracycline is avoided in the children which is up to the age of 12 years. Therapeutic uses: tetracycline are very effective in rickettsial infection, the infection which is caused by the biting of tick, which includes murine, epidemic scrub typhus, rickettsial pox, Q fever, and Rocky Mountain spotted fever. You can see that these ticks are available, or maybe they are available in the mostly in the African countries, and these ticks, if they bite to the human being, that may leads to some of the infection, and that infections are called as rickettsial infection. And the drug which are used to, and the tetracycline is used for the treatment of this rickettsial infection. Also, tetracycline is used in the treatment of plague, in the treatment of granuloma inguinale. This is a bacterial disease which is caused by Casbecella granulomatis. This is the name of bacteria which cause this disease, and which is characterized by the ulcer. It develop ulcer to the genital organ. So that can be treated by tetracycline. In the treatment of primary atypical pneumonia, to treat the cholera, for the treatment of chlamydial infection, the infection, it is a common sexually transmitted disease caused by Chlamydia trachomatis. Chlamydia trachomatis. To treat the bacillary infection, in treatment of urinary tract infection, tetracycline is useful in acne vulgaris, that is for the treatment of pimples also. This acne vulgaris will develop pimples in youngsters. to treat the sexually transmitted diseases like gonorrhea and syphilis. So these are the therapeutic uses of tetracycline. Now contraindications. Tetracycline is strictly contraindicated in a pregnant woman and the children's up to the 12 years of age. This is the biggest contraindication of tetracycline. Now the drug interaction. Tetracycline interact with milk, food by forming insoluble complexes with magnesium, manganese and aluminum. So that's why this tetracycline is not given with the milk or with the food, because the absorption may vary by 50%. So this is the drug interaction of tetracycline. And last one, the how to avoid a antibiotic resistance. So as you know that most of the microorganisms, they develop resistance to the antibiotic. So to avoid the resistance developed by the bacteria towards an antibiotic, so there is a role of a doctor, pharmacist, also there is a role of patient also. So what patient has to do? They take the antibiotic as prescribed. So you have to take whatever the antibiotic is prescribed to you. You have to complete the entire course. You have to complete the entire course, even if you fail better, and the dosage regimen is must be completed by you, because most of the times what happen, that after the antibiotic is given, you may feel better within 1 or 2 days, but your prescription will be for 5 to 10 days or 7 days, and you will forget. If you feel better within 2 to 3 days, you will forget or you will not take the next dosage regimen, but that may develop resistance to the antibiotic. So it is the prime importance that you have to complete your dosage form, you have to complete your whole course of dosage. Again, do not save the antibiotic for future use, as in the second case what we seen, that if you feel better within 2-3 days, the remaining tablet will be with you, and maybe next time you can use the same tablet for the treatment, but this may also leads to development of resistance. Again, next is, do not take the antibiotic for a viral infection. If you are suffering from common cold, or if you are suffering from flu, then don't go for antibiotic, as there is no use of these antibiotic on viral infection. If you are taken the antibiotic for viral treatment, that also may leads to development of antibiotic resistance. And this is again a danger one. Do not use someone else antibiotic. This is important, as your problem is different and the another patient problem may be different. So you cannot take the antibiotic which is given by anybody else. You have to go to the physician, you have to ask physician, and the your physician will prescribe you whether is there any need of antibiotic, then and then only he can prescribe you with the antibiotic, and then you can take it. Other else you cannot take the antibiotic from any other person. So by avoiding these 5 steps, we can avoid the antibiotic resistance. So this is, here I conclude the antibiotic tetracycline. So I hope you are enjoying. So stay home and be safe, and we will meet once again. Till then, happy learning. Thank you.